Hi guys, this is my new update, and today I wanted to talk about the increase in prices in RAM. Apparently this is happening due to the demand from AI companies. Uh, they I guess they used to use RAM to train their AI models, uh, big large models, and if you also try it as a consumer to run AI maybe locally, you know that it consumes a lot of RAM, and it I think impacts directly how much RAM you have, and how big of a model can you run. Of course, there are also additional hardware requirements, but the RAM amount has an impact. And apparently there is some sort of a different kinds of RAM you can make, and you can make specialized RAM for the purpose of AI, big AI training, uh, AI training by big companies. I don't know if that's like a special AI RAM, like maybe an NVIDIA graphics cards that have a specialized AI module, or it's just a specialized RAM that happens to be very good for AI training, um, uh, and it's more expensive and more high end. So it turns out that AI manufacturers they shift productions towards these high RAM, high end, high margin specialized RAM for that would be used for AI training, and they cut down on the consumer grade general PC RAM like DDR4, DDR5, um, and I even saw news that Samsung has like subsidiaries within it, like departments or something, and one Samsung department asked for some RAM. I think it's Samsung Galaxy. It asked for some RAM from the RAM department in Samsung, and they were denied. So Samsung denied Samsung. Samsung denied Samsung. So that's how ridiculous the situation is. Uh, and apparently the price has gone up several percent for some consumer RAM, several 100%. So it's like X times, like 3x, 5x. Um, I think I saw the numbers like 300, 500, even maybe in an extreme case, just within 3 months. The good thing is here I checked the prices. It's generally under $100 for a regular consumer RAM. Um, so if it was around $15-$30, that would be currently maybe $28 to $50. But the high-end variants can actually probably go over $100. And the the total computer prices are affected. If you have like a 32 gigabyte RAM, that would be like over $150 probably, because I think if it's a bigger memory capacity in one unit, the price starts to go more like exponentially rather than linearly. And I remember there was the time, first I think during COVID, when there was a shortage of graphics card, and I don't remember, it's like because of the supply chain restrictions, because of all the quarantine measures, but also there was at that time there was a crypto price surge, and it was still the time when graphics cards could be used very well for mining crypto, whereas these days you get a ASIC something chips, specialized chips that would be used for crypto mining. So that a little bit made a little bit of a diffused the situation a little bit. So that eased up the demand pressure a little bit from people who mine crypto or crypto mining companies. And also there was a trend where when the Nvidia was surging in price, in stock price, and due to the demand for AI chips, due to the demand of graphics cards for AI training also in the past, and I'm not sure if there was the time when graphics card, the general graphics cards were used for AI training, and then the Nvidia, I think, came up with a specialized A200s, A100, H100. That was like a special AI graphics cards, or can you even call them graphics card at that point? It's a specialized AI chips made by a graphics card company, Nvidia, and I think probably that lowered down, that also like released a demand pressure on the graphics card, because there was a specialized AI chips, but I'm not sure. Maybe that would still take away capacity from the regular graphics cards, making those AI chips cards. But apparently, right now there is a surge from, I think, September 2005 to December 2005 of surge of RAM prices due to the AI, and I think maybe it's a little bit less severe of a situation than when there is a graphics card demand surge, because there are several RAM companies. As far as I remember, like, I don't even remember that clearly what companies are there. Apparently there is a Samsung that does this because of that event that I told you, and yeah, and there are more companies, so probably they can deliver more and less of a bottleneck in one company. But is it that in the world only like a couple companies does the chip, or is it CPU situation when the TSMC, I think it's called, from Taiwan, that makes those chips, and whenever they are at full capacity, there is a just like you cannot overcome this bottleneck, and does it apply to the RAM modules? I think that's a little bit of a different kind of semiconductor thing, so maybe they are not bottlenecked by this. But anyway, and because there are more companies, like they would be able to deal more easily with this situation. But I don't know, the AI seems to be like this huge trend currently, and people like talk about the global impact and things. Companies like rush towards adopting the AI and creating more powerful AI day by day, and even making nuclear plants for the purpose of AI training. How impactful can that be? It's not your regular day, I guess. And what would be the prediction here? Will we go I don't know, exponential in the prices, or will we see some sort of a easing of the situation? Um, what I can see is lower end computer consumer RAM, like DDR4. I think it's less impacted by this. It turns out the more high end is the module, the more kind of like a price delta, or the price graph is more like steep, more accelerating. So maybe if you're just good with simpler RAM usage, you would still be okay. But seems like overall, across all the RAM types, there is a price surge currently going on. So maybe even used RAM would be a thing at some point. Or will we come to a situation when like a regular storage can be used as a supplement for RAM? How will this situation play out? It would be interesting to yeah, and if you use like a simpler system, lightweight system, maybe if you use Windows, that you would be impacted a lot. But if you use Linux, some lightweight distribution, you would be less impacted. I also read that I think server RAM is impacted a lot with this. But I don't know. And if you use Mac, I think Mac they have some different setup with the M1s. It's a system on a chip, and the memory there. How do they manufacture it? But it's also consumer grade. So for a RAM company to switch, but the Apple does it. I think Apple completely does this. So if you're Apple completely makes this chips, so they are they are the makers of RAM, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So if you're a Windows user, you're probably better off kind of taking care of your current system. If you want to be protected from price surges, take care of your current system and make sure it operates well. If you're a Linux user and you have some lightweight workflow without running any heavy RAM demanding programs, you will be better off in this case, maybe. And if you're a Mac user, I think Mac users just will be fine, maybe. So that's kind of my thoughts on the current situation from my limited knowledge of the RAM technology. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope you liked this update, and I'll see you next time.